What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright. Since being drafted into the NBA out of Tennessee back in 2011, Tobias Harris has been one of the more dependable scorers in the NBA, primarily playing either the small forward or power forward position. He's averaged better than 16 points per game in his career. He's been a 48% career field goal shooter, about 37% from downtown, and an 83% career free throw shooter. There was a 7-year stretch where he averaged about 18 points per game in his career. As recently as the 2020-21 season with the Sixers, he averaged 19.5 points per game. But this past year, he averaged 14.7 points per game, which is the lowest scoring average he has had in about 8 years. But those of us who understand his role in the team know that his scoring has dropped because his role has changed. With the emergence of Tyrese Maxey and the addition of James Harden via trade, Tobias Harris just doesn't get as many looks or as many shot attempts as he once did, and he's not as high on the totem pole when it comes to scoring options. But casual Sixers fans may not know this or pay much attention to it, and his frustrations came out a little bit about some of the criticisms from Sixer fans. And he talked about the fact that he was almost always in trade talks. So, when asked about the latest rounds of rumors, Harris handled things diplomatically as he always does, but he also made a point to highlight all he brings to the table for Philly, while suggesting that he might be underappreciated by some Sixer fans who have grown unhappy with his production in comparison to his gargantuan contract. Trade speculation, casual Sixer fans, they'll trade me for a crumble cookie. But at the end of the day, they have to realize, you're not getting a 6'9" forward back who can, damn near shoot 40% from three, guard other threes, other team's best player, shoot, post up, drive, play 70-plus games a year. The article notes that Harris is an investor in several crumble cookie franchises. That's probably why he said that. Plugging the franchise that he's an investor in. That's pretty smart. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, he makes a lot of money, but I make the same argument for him to a lesser extent that I make for a lot of different guys. If the team is not going to feature you and they want to feature other guys, feature other players, right, over you, then what the fans want from Tobias Harris? Joel Embiid is averaging 33.5 this past year, right? Let's just say over 33. Joel Embiid averaging over 33. Maxey's probably averaging about 20. Now, he's been going upward. James Harden talking about he wants more shots if he stays in Philly. I mean, where do you think this leads Tobias Harris? Harris, what, he going to average 20 on 11 shots a game? That's pretty damn tough to do. I mean, he's already shooting 50% from the floor. He shot 50% from the floor this year, 39% from three, effective field goal percentage of 57.5%, which was a career high for him by far. And shot 87.6% from the line. Played quality defense. Played reduced minutes. Only played 32.9 minutes as opposed to 34.8 the year before. Yes, his scoring is down, but his shot attempts are down. At that point, you got to look at efficiency. And his efficiency is the highest it's ever been, which is what you expect from a guy who's getting less shots. When he's getting less shots, it's his job to try to maximize his shots. And that's what he's done. Matter of fact, since he's been in Philly, he's been shooting 48.8% from the floor, 37.3% from downtown, 85% from the charity stripe, and he's still averaging 17.7 points per game, which is the second most he's ever averaged for any franchise outside of the Clippers. And the Clippers is a much smaller sample size. So at the end of the day, yeah, I don't know what people want from this guy, man. So yeah, shout out to Tobias Harris, man. And hell, remember Tobias Harris was balling when Joel Embiid was out at the beginning of the playoffs, and even when he came back, Tobias Harris was balling. Remember, he was putting up 25, 26, 23, not getting that many shots. He cooled off a little bit, but hell, everybody want to be mad at somebody, be mad at goddamn Joel Embiid. How the hell you go from averaging 33 in the regular season to once again you drop all the way down to 23, 22 points a game, and you talking about you need help from your teammates? Get the hell out of here. You and James Harden. When you need James Harden the most, he go fucking 2 for 7. Don't even show aggression. At least you can forgive John Starks eventually for going 2 for 18, because at least he was trying. Shots weren't going down. Fans don't want to hear that at the moment because you're in Game 7 of the biggest game of the Knicks franchise at that time in 20 years. So they don't want to hear that, the terrible timing going 0 for 11 from downtown, 2 for 18 from the floor. But at least you showed aggression. At the very least, you were trying. How many times do we see James Harden in big games don't even try? 1 for 10. Get out of here, man. So anyway, man, shout out to Tobias Harris. That's just my opinion, at least. Tell me what you guys think.